Good afternoon, everyone. It's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia, on the west coast of Canada. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to make sure that you can hear me, but I forgot to turn on my iPad because that's where I usually check. But if somebody's here, they can tell me if they can hear me. So I'll just wait for someone to pop on. Hopefully, while I'm starting up my iPad. Today we're going to make another card with the Mediterranean Blooms Sweet Collection. I love it. I love all the colors and the images, and the designer series paper is one of my favorites out of the catalog. So I'm just going to double check here and see if you guys can hear me. See here. I got to go into page because, let's see here. There we go. Okay, new page. All right, let's see if I'm broadcasting because none of you are coming on, but maybe you're outside enjoying a nice day. I'm not sure. No, I'm good. Okay, well, I'm good. Nobody's here to watch me, but I am good. Okay, so I'll just wait a minute because it's only been a minute. And the delay from StreamYard, I've noticed, is longer now to Facebook. I think that's another Facebook thing. So we'll just wait. Okay. I'm on YouTube. Oh, good. I can see that I'm live on YouTube. That means that somebody can see me over there. Great. Hi, Ellie. Oh, good. Somebody's here. Yay. Okay. You can hear me, right? Yeah. All right. So let's do this. And let's move this so that you guys can see what I'm doing over here. Okay, I'm just gonna roll up to my creating table. So we are going to use citrus blooms. We are going to use some of the dies from Citrus Blooms Dies. And I'm also going to use a new set of dies. Let me show you them. They're called Spotlight on Nature. These are really cool. They're in a bundle, but the stamp set itself, it doesn't seem to really have a relationship to the dies. The dies are fantastic. The stamp set's beautiful, but there is no die to cut out the images. So not sure how they got put together, but anyway, I love the dies. Look at these. They're beautiful. They cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 different sizes or designs. I just think they're beautiful. So if you haven't seen those yet, check those out in the main catalog, in our annual catalog. Spotlight on Nature dies. Okay. Yeah, 12. All right. So today, what I wanted to do today was I wanted to draw your attention. I've shown you guys this before when I was doing, hi Mo, when I was doing the tour of the catalog. I took you to page 22. And on the very bottom of page 22, there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 22 different little layouts, right? It says a little inspiration. So these are card layouts that you could use. Here we go. With any DSP, any cardstock, any stamp set. It's just like a little sketch for you. And then as you go through the catalog, you're going to see some little icons. So here's one here. So this card is made with this layout, which is back on that page 22. Okay. And then here's another one here. So we've got this one up. Oops, this one up here. Okay. And then this is the card. And then it's also got the added little color wheel showing you how the colors were selected for that card. So make sure you look at those layouts because those sketches can really help you if you're stuck, especially if you're stuck. Hi, Keisha. How are you? Okay, gosh. Didn't get blown away in that storm last night, eh? Whew, that was another killer storm we had. Okay. So let's get started But before I do, I want to just remind you about the class because it's filling up. And if you're thinking about registering for this class, do it as soon as you can. The links are right here on the video when I'm done. So you'll want to pick up the Citrus Blooms bundle. You can either purchase it yourself or you can have me purchase it. If I purchase it, you get a little bonus with the class. The class is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. So I'll send those to you and then we'll stamp them together. And then you're also going to get half a pack of the Designer Series paper, which is fantastic. Look at this paper. So beautiful. That's one side and then there's the other side. So you're going to get the equivalent of 6 12 by 12s. Okay. If you order the bundle, you're going to get a full pack of Designer Series paper. You're going to get a full package of the Ultra Rounds assortment. Now, I have ordered these based on the numbers for my class, and I have a couple of added ones. And these are out of stock until July 1st. So the only way you're going to get these, if you don't already have them, is join my class and you're going to get a whole pack. And then you're also going to get half a roll. Let's see here. Half a roll of the striped trim iridescent 1/2-inch ribbon. So you get half a pack of that. So that's 5 yards. Let's see here. Kim, you took 5 minutes so I could chat with you all? Oh, really? Oh, so it took 5 minutes for it to allow you to join, eh? You know, StreamYard, I think there's something odd going on between how it connects. I've noticed there's a lot longer lag. But anyway, thanks for hanging in there. You did a mini reno and added some insulation, and I didn't hear a thing. Oh, well, I live upstairs. I sleep upstairs in my old house in New West, my 85-year-old house. And boy, when it rains and the wind blows and it's really loud up there. It sounds like there's woodpeckers on the roof. Anyway, all good. Nothing fell down. All good. Yay. I didn't lose power. I've never lost power in this house in 30 years, but I heard some people did with all the wind. Okay, so we're good. It's sunny today. Yay. All right, let's start with Night of Navy. This is one of the colors that coordinates with the Designer Series paper. So I've cut it to 8.5 by 5.5, and we've scored it at 4 1/4, and we'll just give it a little crease there to make our card front. And remember I said I'm using that layout, right? So what I did was I cut a piece. Let me make sure I got this right here. It's a piece of 3 3/4 by 5 basic white. And then I've got some strips. So I just cut some strips of Designer Series paper. These are 1 1/4 by 3.5. So we're just going to this is going to frame it just to let them pop. So now I've got 3 of these. And you just kind of got to decide where you want them. And also, I'm not quite sure which way this is supposed to go. That looks about right. There we go. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But in between these, the sketch shows a little strip of cardstock between. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. This piece here, I'm going to banner cut. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. You can use your paper snips. You can cut in from the edge to the middle and then cut from each of the corners to the middle to create a little tail. Okay. Or if you have a square punch, or if you have this punch, I think it was called Tailor Made or something. I didn't get rid of it because I love it, because I can banner cut this with my punch, which is what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to push it in. Hopefully you can see that. And then when I get that little banner, or what would you call that? A little tail? I guess it's like a tail, right? Okay, so I'm just eyeballing this, which in my case can be dangerous. Okay, so that's what I'm going for there. All right. So now we might as well go ahead and glue these down. Let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the top and the bottom. I can kind of see how much space I'm going to have. So I'm just, again, I am not measuring this. I am just eyeballing this. I want to put the first one up top, and I'm going to put this one on the bottom. Have you ever tried to line up something and then you get to the bottom and you've got this much space when it's not spaced properly? So I kind of do it like this because I can kind of cheat a little bit if it's not evenly spaced. I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I making sense, you guys? If you've got 3 strips, I always start with the one in the middle and then work out. But in this case, I'm going to do this. And then I'm just going to put this one on. So it may not be evenly spaced, but that doesn't matter because no one will know. I'm just going to do it like that. That's pretty good, I think, actually. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so this is daffodil. I forgot to mention that. Okay, and then we'll just glue this to the front of our card. Okay, just like so. All right. Now, I was going to stamp the inside, but I'm not going to do that. I've changed my mind. I'm going to use a piece of basic white, but I'm not going to stamp it. I'm going to add a little strip of designer series paper, which I did not cut. So I'm going to find a little piece, and I'm just going to have to I'll use this one here. I think this is pretty. And let's just add a little strip. My sister does this a lot. My sister Ellie, who's on this call, she likes to do the inside of her cards, especially when you've got a dark strip. Sorry, dark card base. Because how are you supposed to write on it? Right? Like, how are you supposed to write on it unless you have a white gel pen? My sister's right. It finishes it off. It gives it. It just looks finished and a little bit classier. So we're just gonna put that on the bottom, and then we can stick this on the inside, and then we've got a place to write something. You're switching to YouTube. Okay. I'm making sense. Gosh, Kim, if I start to make sense, run. Because that's scary. I'm making sense. Okay, so that's kind of our base. Okay. All right. Let's set that aside. And let's do some stamping and cutting. So on this piece of Night of Navy, I'm going to be using that. Remember we talked earlier about the Spotlight. What's it called? Spotlight on Nature dies. Okay. And we're going to be cutting this out. So I first of all want to stamp a sentiment here. So I'm going to use embossing powder. So I'm going to just tap that with my embossing buddy. And then I'm going to have my Versamark. And then I chose You're the Best Kind of Person. Okay. So, right, You're the Best Kind of Person. Let's just stamp that in our Versamark. And then we will add white embossing powder. And somewhere, oh, here we are. Somewhere I had a scrap piece of paper. Just going to dump that on like so. Did you guys get some fun things in the free shipping yesterday? It was my busiest day, I think, in 22 years. I've never had such a busy day. People were grabbing so many great deals. It was awesome. Lots of people getting that in colors. You love those dies. Me too. Me too, Kim. I love the dies, and I love the stamp set. I'm just not sure how they go together. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are looking for being able to cut out the flowers. Those are all fussy cuts in the samples. So I'm not sure why, but you know, I kind of get it. I love the circles. I love all the different shapes and things you can get with the circles. So we're going to cut that out. Okay. And we are going to I'm going to just tape that down with my, actually I'm not going to go across it because I'm going to take off my embossing powder. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my repositionable tape here and just there, hold it down like that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to set that aside for a sec. Then I got a piece of granny apple green, my favorite green. Love it. Well, I like lemon lime twist too, but I really like this green. And I'm going to cut out, these are the dies from the citrus bloom. These are just like little leaves here. I'm going to cut those out. All right. So I'm going to turn this like kind of like this. Okay. I think that's all I'm cutting. Yeah, that's it. All right. So let's grab our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I'm looking forward to our class too, Kim. I was kind of, somebody wrote to me today, one of my customers, and said, do you have the PDF? And then it reminded me that I had yet to send it out to my customers. So I felt really bad. Anyway, we all make mistakes, right? But it's going to be a great class. I'm sure you've looked at the PDF already, so you've seen the cards we're making. I think they're pretty nice. Kim was talking about our class on Saturday, which is on, it's virtual. It's on Facebook. And we are going to be using the Take to the Sky Sweet Collection. So if you love to stamp and you want to meet some fun crafters like Kim, then sign up for one of our classes. Our next one is the Mediterranean Blooms, which is the one that we're using today. Okay, so we can punch that out. And then we've got all of these guys. So, oh good, I can hear all the kids coming home from school. It's so busy here for about 10 minutes. My sister's the same where she lives. She lives right by a high school. And she's got a bit more because I think there's like 2,000 kids or something. At least there's only about 600 kids that get out of the little middle school by me. But at this time of day, you can hear them going home with their chattering, you know. Oh, your mom's been in the hospital. Yeah, I think I knew that, Kim. I am so sorry. You need a little bit of a creative break, don't we? That's the great thing about stamping and crafting or quilting or whatever people do, gardening. It's it takes your mind off some things, right? So I'm very sorry. I hope that's very stressful to have anyone in hospital, especially for that long. Oh my goodness. Okay, all I did here, you guys, was take my ribbon and I just sort of folded it like that. And then I'm going to use a very expensive product called Scotch tape. And I'll just tape that to the back. So it does not move. I'm just holding it down until I get my dimensionals on there. Okay, there we go. All right. And I wanted to make sure I got everything out. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Can you guys see that? All right, let's grab some dimensionals. I hope my sister was able to get onto YouTube and watch me. Sometimes these social platforms don't cooperate. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, I think that looks good. Whoops, it's a bit crooked. Can't wait to get my second eye done. I'm getting my next cataract. I paid for it today, my special lens. So I'm looking forward to that. Now I've cut those out, remember? And I wanted to use something bright. I could have used Old Olive, but it was too dull. So I needed something that was brighter, like the Granny Apple, okay? I think it goes beautifully with the 98. Okay. Hi, Diane. How are you, hon? Nice to see ya. So I'm going to take this, and on the right side, I'm going to use a glue dot, and I'm going to just press it down and then pull it off. And then I'm going to be able to lift that up and just stick it underneath, okay? So I'm just going to do that on all three of these pieces. Okay, oops. I guess I should have put a, here, just a sec. I need another. There we go. There we go. That's better. So you just kind of decide where you want this. Put it. I want it to sort of be near the ribbon, but spread out a bit. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll hold this up and show you guys. And then maybe one down here. Just give it a little, just to draw your eye a bit. How's that? Can you see that? Okay. And then let's grab some of those little opal rounds. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy ones because I want one on either side here. There we go. Okay. All right. So that is our card. And then we have the inside because we want to have something that we can write on, right? Sometimes glue dots are not your friend. Okay, I have a confession. These are not my favorite glue dots. My favorite glue dots are the paper pumpkin ones, but they do work for some projects a little bit better. Good to see you. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. Sonia's so good. She always shares my videos. All right, so that's today's card. Let's have a look back as a reminder of the cards that we've made already. We did this one. Don't you just love the DSP? This one we colored, and I did use the peach pie Stampin' Blends. And then remember we colored the ribbon. So that's the same ribbon, only we colored it with the blends. Okay. Right. And then we did this one. This is fun because that was the frame. That was the frame. She says as she looks to grab another one. Okay. This is the frame that's cut out with the dies. Okay. And then I used the outside of that frame and glued it to the inside of the card. Okay, just to give it a little bit more interest. Okay, and again, we colored the ribbon. This time I colored the ribbon with a pumpkin pie. So this is colored with pumpkin pie. This one's colored with peach pie. Ooh, lots of pies. Pumpkin and peach. What's our favorite? I would pick peach. But I actually would pick peach cobbler over peach pie. Okay, now let's look at some others. My sister Ellie made me this card. Gorgeous. She's used the new ribbon, the new in color ribbon. So pretty. And then my sister Mo made me this one. Love this with the DSP. Again, colored with the peach. Really nice. And then lastly, my sister Ellie made this card too. Love this. This is a really good layout where she's just got the DSP running down here. She's got a little contrast of cardstock just to draw it in and to sort of finish off that edge. And then she didn't want to leave this plain, so she's used the exposed brick and really wonderful coloring. Good job on her coloring there. Okay. All right. So those are some of the cards we've made or shown. Now let me just go back. For those of you who joined late, I want to show you what inspired this card. It was the page 22. It was the sketch layouts on the bottom here. And it was this one here. Can you see that? So we got the 3 strips and then the circle. I did a little bit. No, I guess I did do it really quite the same, didn't I? Just a sec here. Oops, can't even pick it up. Here we are. Can you see? Okay. What have you guys got to say? You can use buttons on that ribbon. Yeah, you can. So, Kim, what you want to do, though, is whenever you're using blends on the ribbon, now this ribbon has a bit of texture to it. So you're going to want to use the edge of the brush end. So you're going to go flat. Okay, you're not going to go like that, right? And it may fuzzy up your nib, but if you're really careful, it won't. Just very gently color. Okay. Oh, thanks, Sonia. Glad you like them. I love this. This is sweet. I love it. I love, love, love the designer series paper. And let me hold that up because maybe you can't see all the details. So there's the dies from it. And then the gorgeous paper. Isn't it pretty? And then Spotlight on Nature dies. Okay, you want to get those. All right. Let me come back over here and say goodbye. Okay, guys. Thanks, Sally. Yeah, it was fun. I was thinking today, gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do today? Okay, what am I going to do? And I thought, why don't I use one of the sketch layouts from the catalog? Why am I making it so complicated? And it was perfect. Can you imagine all the different designer series papers you can use So let me tell you again. Do you want the measurements again, you guys? Okay, so each one of these strips is 1 1/4. It got rid of, oh, there we are, we're back. Don't know what happened there. 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, then our little strip here, our cardstock, is 1/2 inch. Now you're gonna have to go 3 3/4 because you are cutting the edges, so it's gonna bring it in to be shorter. Okay, so don't start shorter. And then the basic white is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so that's the measurements, and then you've got your base card. And I like going into 3 3/4 rather than just a 1/4 inch in, because then you're going to see more of the base card, and it's going to make everything pop. Okay, so it kind of brings all those colors together. So use that sketch. Just use different designer series paper, and you've got it. Okay. All right, you guys, I think that's all that I can see here. I think I've grabbed everybody. Hello, I said hello, 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 and okay. All right, so don't forget, sign up for the Mediterranean Suite class. You can sign up from anywhere in the world, literally anywhere in the world. You could even sign up from the Antarctic if you wanted. If you don't live in Canada, you won't get the goodie bag and you won't get the card kit. However, you will only pay for the PDF, and you can cut your own cards and get your own supplies, and then still join us and craft along with us at the class live or watch the replay. So make sure you look for that. It's going to be an awesome class. Okay, so I will see you guys again on Sunday the 26th, I think, at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So adjust for your own time zone. And I hope you get some crafting done this week and have some fun in your room. And Kim, all the best to you and your mom. I hope she improves. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.